This is the continuation of the same lesson, Standard 7th, Subject English, Unit 1, Subunit 1.4. So, the King's Choice.
I will soon bring help. After running for some time, the fox found the camel. The camel was indeed surprised to see a fox there in the desert. Hurry up, friend camel, said the fox. Our king wants you at once. Your king? Said the camel. Who is he? I do not know any king. I only know my master for whom I carry goods across the desert. Our king, the lion, has killed your master, said the fox. Now you are free, and the lion has invited you to live in his court. So come along. So the camel followed the fox. When the fox and the camel reached the lion's camp, the vulture and the leopard were surprised. The lion looked pleased in spite of burnt paws. The camel was presented to the king and agreed to serve the lion in return from at his court. Get on the lion. The camels speak to your majesty, said the fox. We will return home. The lion at once jumped on the camel's back. His courtiers, the fox and the leopard, jumped behind him, and with the vulture flying ahead as a guide, they set off on the long journey back to the forest. When the travelers again reached the king's domain, they were all very tired and hungry after a long day. The fox and the leopard and the vulture looked at the camel. Then they looked at one another and smiled hungry smiles. They had brought the camel for the king's dinner. Now it was the time for the feast. The lion king knew what his courtiers were thinking. He called the camel to him. Friend camel, he said, I have to thank you for saving my life. You are welcome to live at my court as long as you wish. I promise you my protection. This did not please the courtiers a bit. Had they not risked their lives so that he could try camel meat? And now the king wanted the camel leave, but they could not anything after all. They could not do anything after all. The king was the king. So they waited now. The lion's paws were so badly burned that he could not go hunting. But that did not keep him from being very hungry indeed. Fox, leopard, vulture, he shouted. Don't you see that I am ill and hungry? Go and get me some food. The courtiers had to obey the king. So out they went, but they did not go far. In a safe place, they sat down and discussed what they could do. I know, said the fox, after a while, we shall make the camel ask to be eaten. And he told the others of his plan. They were agreed. It was good. And back they went to the king. First the vulture stepped forward. Bowing low, your majesty, he said, we have found no food, but we cannot let your majesty suffer. I am a poor creature. Eat me. The fox pushed the vulture aside. I have more meat on me, he said. Eat me, your majesty. Now the leopard rushed forward. I'm not much good, he said, but I could make a meal for the king. The camel listened to all these offers and thought, he must do as much, your majesty, he said. I too am willing to give away my life to save the life of the king. These old friends are more useful to you than I am. Eat me instead. At this word, the fox, the leopard, and the vulture prepared to jump at the camel. This was what they were waiting for, but the lion stopped them. You are all good and loyal subjects, he said. My heart is touched by your offers, and I accept them all. I shall eat you in the order in which you offered you yourselves. The vulture, the fox, and the leopard were shocked. Away flew the vulture. Flew the vulture. Away ran the fox and the leopard. They were never seen in the forest again. The lion laughed to see them go. Then he turned to the camel and said, You have been truly loyal and good. You shall be my friend as long as we both shall live. Now, let us go through the forest and
So
see
here
if
is a
we
glossary
can
again.
find a meal for
Paws,
ourselves.
an animal's foot. Feast, a large meal typically eaten during celebrations. Risked, put in danger. Grateful, thankful. And some phrases and idioms. First one, to set off, to begin a journey. Second, to keep yourself from something, that is to prevent yourself from doing something. Okay, thank you.